and welcome to a potential prelude to a Ben's Junk. Because Ben's Junk is always well worth the wait. Yeah, I always got to get that stupid joke in there somewhere. Anyway, this is going to be a very quick, completely informal video. But eventually, you may see a Ben's Junk on this bad boy. This is a Sony Betacam SP deck, model UVW 1800. I have not opened this thing yet, but I would guess this dates to like somewhere in the 1993 to 97 range. We'll just split the difference and say 1995. Now, I've been after, in the loosest, most casual way possible, after specifically a Betacam SP deck for several years now. But leisurely, because I only have a handful of tapes, and the tapes don't look all that promising. But for whatever weird reason, over the years, like when I've fleabaited lots of beta tapes or had viewers send them in, every now and then I'll get a stray Betacam tape in there. So these two came from the same lot, the only time I've ever encountered more than one in a lot. And they're standard Betacam, but SP is supposed to be backward compatible. So that's the whole reason I was after one of these, so I could do both formats, you know, two birds with one stone and all that. Now, I should note, it's very important that I note, this is going to be my first ever encounter with Betacam equipment. And the whole reason I'm making this video is because I've just got a ton of projects going on at once, too many projects. And so I just kind of need something quick and easy. And I'm going to do two videos, and I'll put them out over the same week. This may be the first, this may be the second. I don't know when I'm going to put this out. So this might be redundant information by the time this comes out. But anyway, this is going to be my first ever test with this. And this is supposed to be fully working. So I bought this off of another self-proclaimed archivist. I barely consider myself one. But it was $100, and it wound up being another $100 for shipping. But usually these things fleabay in working order for like $600 or $700 in my experience. And it's kind of beaten up. It's got tape holding on part of the front glass. But the person I bought it off of said that he had been using it right up until the end of last year. Had a project of Betacam SP tapes that he was transferring. Got the project done, the thing was just sitting and collecting dust, and you know, it was just time to let go of it. He wasn't gonna do any more tapes. So yeah, hopefully. And to his credit, he sent me a couple of cables here. So we got adapter cables, XLR to phono, and a stray S-video cable, and then one of my own component cables. And since it does do component and my PVM does component, I figure, yeah, we'll go all the way. Now, I don't have any proper BNC connector component cables, but I'm not going to invest in a set until I know that this works. There's no point in me just, you know, burning money that way. I do that enough already with Archive. But yeah, this will ultimately be, if it works, another little tool in the Archive arsenal, but one that might not get used a whole lot. And amusingly, this thing's a freaking boat anchor, even compared to my PVM. It probably doesn't show too good on camera, but this thing is like 3 inches deeper than that and a little bit wider than the monitor. So anyway, just for today, just for that initial test, I've got my usual collection of adapters that we'll wind up using. And I don't think I'm going to use this cable today. I think I'll use the monitor output on this, since my PVM is mono audio only. But anyway, that should do it. Like I said, if this works, I'll do a Ben's Junk on it. But yeah, let's take a cut and we'll see what we got to work with. Well, a massive brain fart on my part. I totally forgot that the RGB component section on my PVM is video only, no audio. So we'll just do an S-video test and use the included cable. Why not? So anyway, I guess it's time for the moment of truth here. Now, I do have these two tapes out, but only one of them has anything marked on it. The other one, I think, says blank on it, but the handwriting's really bad, even worse than mine. But this one comes to us from KHOU, presumably from Houston, Texas. And it says something, what appears to be stock market. My camera's in fixed focus right now, so that's not going to help to wave it in front of the camera. But yeah, we'll see if there's any stock market-y goodness on this, or if this got erased, or if anything's working at all. So here we go. We got power. And I am indeed in S-video mode here. No error code on the front. So let's see what we got. Okay. It recognizes there being a tape in there. Okay, it was doing a little, I think, fast forwarding for me. Something like that. We'll just hit the play button, see what happens. Oh! I got chipmunks. That's not good. Of course, if I put this into S-video mode, that might help. Admittedly, I didn't check any of this stuff. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we still got chipmunks going on here. All right, well, let me take a cut here, see if I can't figure out. I'm sure it's I/O error, ignorant operator error. We'll find out. I'll be back in a second here. All right, coming back at you about 5 minutes later. I've got a serious conspiracy theory here, and that is that somebody tried to record standard consumer beta max on one of these tapes, hence the sped up audio if you could hear it over the mic earlier, because Betacam runs at a much faster pace. So when I fast forwarded the tape, suddenly the counter started working, and I have had it playing for just a precious few seconds, and there's video, but it's a little on the scrambly side. So I don't know if that's my deck or the tape or not, but I'll show you what I've got, and we'll also try tape number 2 and see how far that gets us. So we'll have a few seconds here of chipmunk noise, but then it should kick into what appears to be somebody's wedding video. Yep, and there's our...
To be your loving and faithful wife.
To be your loving and faithful wife.
In plenty and
yeah.
In plenty and in want.
I haven't played it for more than a few seconds, but it never entirely stabilized in the time that I had it running. It's just been kind of that scrolling thing, kicking to gray sort of deal. We'll jump ahead, see if it does any better. And again, maybe this thing just doesn't like standard Betacam. But I've looked in the manual and it doesn't, at least not in my kind of quick scanning through it, doesn't say anything. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the same results over and over. Dirty head? Who knows? Yeah, now we just kind of have trash.
Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Scott Larson.
I wonder if that marriage lasted. All right, let's take a cut here. I'll take a quick scan through this tape, see if anything clears up. If not, we'll pop in tape number 2 and see if that fares any better. Alas, I don't have any SP tapes. Sort of something there. All right, your guess is as good as mine with tape number 2. I have not popped this in yet. We'll see what happens. I'm not feeling terribly optimistic here. Got some kind of crud on the inside of the shell, but no mold or anything. You can tell these things got reused a bunch of times. That's also a potential reason, I'd imagine, why it could be a problem. All right, let's see what we get. I'm wondering if we have another one where somebody didn't try and use it for things they shouldn't have, or they wiped it. I mean, it does say, I think blank, either blank or black on the spine of the tape proper. So somebody may have bulk erased this one. We would see the counter starting to roll again and some stuff on screen. Okay, well, I'm thinking that it's somebody bulk erased this one. All right, well, I'm going to call this project a definite maybe, to borrow from the Kinks. And I'll dig out some more tapes some other time. Proof of concept, if nothing else. This really was intended to just be a little quickie, so there you go. That's going to be it for me for today. I'll talk to you again soon.